Easier.
All right. Okay. Thanks for coming, you guys. I really appreciate everyone being here today. How's everyone feeling?
I'm doing okay.
Good. Good.
Tired.
Tired? Okay.
Yeah,
Junior.
hanging in there. Yeah, staying busy.
Good. Good. All right. So, Samantha and Mason Jr., I haven't met you personally yet. I'm Olivia, and I have met your mom, Olivia, obviously. We've had a session already together. And we thought it was a good idea to maybe all of us come together and see if there are some things that we can figure out. During our session, your mom had mentioned she's feeling a little like you guys have been a little withdrawn and separated yourselves from her a little bit. So Olivia, if you don't mind, do you want to take a few minutes and kind of explain what you're thinking and why you wanted to bring everyone together?
Yeah, so I mean, you guys don't know this, but I've been seeking out counseling, and I felt it was important for you guys to be here because a lot of what I'm having a hard time with is you guys are both grown up, and Mason, I'm so proud of you for graduating high school, but I feel like you've been exceptionally distant since then, and feeling very lonely and just feeling like our relationship has changed and that you guys have withdrawn from me, and I'm just that's really hard for me to handle. So I think that
Sorry. You've always been there for me. You've been so wonderful. I didn't know you're feeling that way.
yeah,
You've
I
always
mean,
been to my games and everything.
I know I was always at your games, and now you're in your 20s, and I get that you're busy working, but it's hard to not hear even a phone call from you or stop by for dinner. I just I feel like I was there for you, and now I'm just kind of here alone.
I'm sorry.
Mason, how do you feel listening to your mom say that?
I mean, what is it that I can say? I don't feel like there's it's kind of always been this way. So, I mean, what's different? I'm confused because it's like it's always been like this. We haven't really had a strong connection. Mom was always at school, or she had go and do stuff, and so it was just the kids, and mom was doing her thing, and so I don't know what the big deal is. I guess I'm having a hard time understanding it.
Okay. So it sounds like you feel like this distance has always been what you guys have experienced.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the normal for us, I guess.
Okay. And mom, you don't feel like that.
I mean, he's my baby boy. I felt, always loved him and felt connected. And I mean, sure, I, have been busy in my life, but that hurts to hear that you think that we've never had a connection before.
Okay. And Mason, is that what you said? Is that you don't feel like you've ever had a connection before?
Well, I mean, that's most of what I remember, right? It's like I just remember you being busy all the time. So I don't want that. I don't say it to be hurtful. I mean, that's how it is to me.
Okay. So Mason, when you had things going on in your life, who was your person to go to? Did you have somebody that you turned to for support growing up?
I mean, I don't know. I've kind of just been, I'm a little bit quiet, so I don't get to know a lot of people. I spend a lot of time taking pictures, but it's just usually just been me.
Okay. Did you feel safe going to mom during your life when things were happening or when things were going on in your life?
I don't know. It didn't feel like it was an option so much.
Okay. Mom, what do you think about that?
I mean, he's right as far as he always seemed like the kid that wanted to be alone and spend time on his own. So I didn't want to push so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, I know I was busy. I didn't really think that I was so busy to where he felt like he could never come to me.
Yeah. Did you always feel like you were available to him? You ever
Not always. Like I'm not gonna pretend like I was. I mean, like you said, like I went to school and, single parent, so I'm having to work and, there's a lot to juggle. So I wouldn't say physically I was always available, but I feel like, emotionally, I was there.
Yeah. And Mason, is that kind of how you were feeling, that physically she wasn't there, but emotionally she was?
Um, I don't know. I mean, to me, it was just like mom was there when she was there, and when she was there, she was just tired, and I didn't feel like I had that much access. So if she cared, I didn't see it. If she, you know, I just didn't get a great sense that there was a huge connection between us.
Yeah. And now, Samantha, you've been kind of quiet during, so far. In the beginning, you mentioned that you felt like mom was always there for you. She went to your games. She always felt available to you. Do you recognize what Mason's talking about, or were you not aware of that?
I guess I wasn't really aware of it. I mean, I know Mason's my brother, but I just felt like mom was there when I had a question or two on my homework. I always could get the help with it and get my homework done right away. And, she just, every time I just wanted to do something, it seemed like she was around for me. So I didn't realize that my brother was feeling this way.
Okay.
I mean, I do have to say, during those earlier times, I wasn't at school when Samantha was, young. And I can say for Mason, I went through a graduate program, but because, of single mom and having to work, it took 4.5 years.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of time in his life that I was doing school.
Yeah. And mom, if looking back now, hindsight's always 2020, right? Um, can you just kind of share with Mason some of the things that you maybe wish that could have been different, or times that things could have been different?
I mean, I wish that I would have known that you felt like you couldn't come to me, because I obviously just thought that you just didn't need anything from me.
Yeah.
I also wish that like you had felt like you could talk to me about that. And I get, mom's not home all the time and I'm tired. That's hard to bring up. But I do wish that, I spent more time with you.
Yeah. And Mason, what could mom have done, or is there anything that you can think of that you could have done different to make this situation better or to improve this?
Um, I don't know. I mean, how much is a little kid really supposed to know to do and to say? And at the same time, I mean, I guess thinking back on it from my perspective now, I could have put words, put my voice to, um, what my needs were, I guess. But I don't know at that point in time I would have thought of it. But maybe I could have, at the end of the day, maybe I could have just asked her if she wanted to, play or something, even though she looked tired.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it sounds like there's maybe just been, for a majority of your life, a lack of trust between you and mom. You never felt like you really could trust her to be able to hold the emotions that you had. So I know I asked the question when we first started, but did you have an alternative? Who was your person that you went to in your life when you had something big, either good or bad, that happened? Did you have a person you went to?
I mean, the only people I have now, I guess, now is kind of now that I'm older, but back then, not really. I just had, pictures, that I would take pictures.
Yeah. So you kind of just held it all inside and kind of figured out how to deal with it on your own.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. And then with your relationships now in your life, do you feel like you can trust other people easily, or are you feeling like there's problems there too?
I mean, I guess, it's something starting to happen. We went out into the mountains the other night, had a really cool mind-opening experience, but I don't know that I would go as far as to say like that we're great friends, but I think that it could head that way. Maybe.
Yeah. So an important technique that I hope to be able to go over and work with you as a family, in the next couple sessions, is to recognize that, Mom, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm assuming that you did the best you could do. And can you tell Mason a little bit of the reason why you went to school and why you worked as hard as you did?
I mean, ultimately, it came down to wanting to provide for you guys. In this day and age, it's really hard to make enough money, with children if you don't have a master's degree, with a single parent income. So really, it was to just try to better like our financial situation.
Yeah. And Mason, I think it's important that we can recognize that while you were going through it, you experienced life through a child lens, the lens that you kind of viewed the world and the experiences that were happening to you was based on the developmental stage that you were at the time. I think it's really important when we get older and you're now 18, you're now an adult, getting ready to move on and create your own life. It's important to recognize that the way that we experience things when we were children might not necessarily have been the way that we can experience them now. So do you think it's a possibility that you can reflect back on the things that Mom did in your new stage of life and recognize that there were, benefits and positive things that she was trying to accomplish for the family?
Huh. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense thinking about it from now, because I'm in school now and doing the college thing, and way different, way busier than I thought it would have been, and so you don't really have a whole lot of time for stuff. And
Yeah.
that makes sense.
And how comfortable are you going to Mom now as an 18-year-old when things happen?
I guess, I could be, because I think it's more of like we've lived life such that I haven't really thought about that being an option, but I'm not afraid to. I'm not like worried about being a burden or anything. I think I could. I don't think there's a barrier there.
And Mom, how important would it be for you to allow him to come to you?
I mean, I would love that. I guess I didn't ever realize that you're not used to that, but I mean, I would love you to feel like both of you guys, to come, like you can come to me. And I also want to get to a point in a relationship where you're not just coming to me because you need something or need comfort. It's, just coming to me because I'm Mom and you want to spend time. And I can understand where you're at right now. And that's not how our relationship has been. And I hope that we can get to a point where we can see a little bit of that change.
Samantha, you've kind of just been, hanging out, kind of being quiet. Do you have anything to add to what's going on, what's being said?
I didn't realize that Mom was feeling this way, and I'm sad because of it, and I didn't mean to. But as they've been talking, I guess I realized how much I haven't been home and how much we haven't been with Mom over the last couple years, just because we have grown up. We've kind of been doing our own things with college and other friends and dating and all those fun things, but I haven't asked mom for her advice as much, or I haven't, figured out how to do things with mom there. I've kind of done them on my own now, but listening to it's, I wish, I would like to keep talking with the mom more. I want to do that more.
Yeah. So moving forward, what kind of things do you guys want to, or would you like to possibly commit to doing to create the new routines of mom being, a secure base, mom being somewhere where you kids can go? And on the flip side, mom, you're alone now. You mentioned at the beginning that you're feeling lonely and that, they're moving on and developing their own lives. It goes both ways. Relationships are give and take, even when it is a parent and a child. So, mom, what would you like to, what can you commit to doing to help the situation? And then kiddos, will open it up to you guys, what you guys want to commit to doing.
I mean, I'll commit to whatever I need to. I don't know what you guys need to feel like I'm here for you more. If you want me to reach out to you more, I can do that. I know what I would like is to hear from you guys more, or maybe we can try to do like a family dinner every other week or weekly, but I guess I'm unsure of what I can do to help the situation, like what you guys need.
I want and I can't get together all the time, but I would like to talk more on the phone and everything, and Facebook and things like that. I mean, I could definitely do more with that. But when we get together, I wouldn't mind if we either were in the house and we played games, board games and things, or even if we went to a place like the museum, or even if we went to the bar on Saturday night. I don't care. I mean, just go out and do something together.
Okay. What about you, Mason? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, I have to get used to, I guess, a new way of thinking, because I have to go from like, mom really wasn't in the picture to now she wants to be in the picture, and that's maybe it's best for me to take small steps. Like I don't know. Maybe I could share some of my pictures with her, some of my shots.
Great. Yeah. Mom, how would you feel about that?
I would like that.
Yeah. Mason,
Okay.
would you feel more comfortable doing it in person, or maybe sending it to her for her to view?
I mean, I don't know. I think that staying with those little steps, I might just message her a few or something like that, and maybe we can see about getting together. I just feel like it might feel a little too forced to get together up front, maybe.
Okay. So I'm just going to take a minute or two before we end. Just as we move forward, I feel like if I can kind of explain a little bit of attachment theory is kind of my model that I like to use. It provides kind of a language that we can use in future sessions. Mason and Mom, I feel like there's been a break of trust and attachment between the two of you. And in order to repair that, it's going to be important that Mom, you being the mom in this, here in this relationship, to understand that, for secure attachment to happen, the child needs to recognize that they can bring any emotion to you, good, bad, indifferent, and that you are physically, emotionally stable enough that you can handle those emotions. It sounds like, Mason, growing up, you didn't always feel like that was able, the mom was able to handle those things because she was busy and she was going through her own things. Luckily, this is not something that, once the attachment or trust is is damaged, that it can't be fixed. It can be. And the way we do that is we just recommit to always being available as the mom in the relationship to the children. Now, you know, like I said, Mason, you're 18 now. You're an adult. Samantha, you're an adult. Relationships are always give and take. It's two ways. So now with mom being alone and you guys, you know, recognizing that she might need somewhere to go also, you can become her secure base also. You can become those people for her that when she has some emotions, or good or bad, that she feels comfortable bringing them to you. I know, Mason, like you said, this is going to take some time. This isn't going to happen overnight, but eventually, with a lot of, you know, dedication and commitment between all three of you, I feel like you guys can get there as a family. Yeah, so tell me what you guys are thinking. Mom, what do you think?
Yeah, it sounds nice. I guess I get where Mason you're coming from, and it's still hard to hear that that's where you're at. I'm glad that you decided to come today and you're willing to try something.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's making a lot of sense, and I think it'll be like the way you explained it. It makes sense why maybe I want to take some smaller steps
Yeah.
to start. But I guess I'm willing to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then Samantha, what do you think?
Like I said, I definitely want to get with mom more, definitely. I don't want her to feel so alone or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd also like to try to get with Mason more too, and just he's my brother and I haven't seen him in a while either.
Yeah. Oh.
Thanks, Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we are running out of time. Again, thank you so much for coming, guys. And I look forward to talking to you in the future. And I think we'll continue therapy, just mom and I, for a while. And in the future, you know, if she decides to bring you two back in, then we can pick it up and see what we can go from there. Okay.
Okay.
It's good.
All
Thank
right, guys.